TruckWorld TV, sponsored by Auto Trader Trucks.
Welcome back to TruckWorld TV and welcome back to Tiger Trailers in Northwich, where the technicians are hard at work installing the hundreds of meters of electrical and hydraulic cables into the chassis frame. Once everything's connected up, a clever trailer cart allows a single operator to move the whole structure to the next stage of production, which is the fitting and sealing of the industrial strength floor panels and also any ancillary parts on the extremities of the chassis bed. It's here that the trailer also receives its load-bearing end frames and side panels, all of which cleverly support the pre-assembled roofing panel.
Okay, now it's starting to look like a trailer. We've got the sides on, we've got the front on, and now we're doing the internal fittings. We've got the load lock system here, which is bonded and then screwed, and we've got the kick strips, which tends to stop the trollage damage. Then it's on to the next stage.
And that's the all-important finishing and streamlining caps, and what we think is one of the most high-pressure jobs of them all, getting the trailer logos straight. And again, there's no substitute for a skilled technician with a keen eye. The final stage is a complete systems and build check, and then it's time for this trailer to get to work.
There we have it, one brand new trailer, fresh off the factory floor and ready for the UK roads. See you later, mate.
Now just take one look on any of the motorways out there and it's obvious that trucks or big tractor units and trailers are just a small part of the whole jigsaw, because whilst they do a lot of the legwork from ports into main factories, then of course you need smaller vehicles to get the end goods to the user. And that leads us very nicely into this week's road test, expertly driven by Sir Tim Campbell.
I think it's fair to say that Volvo's reputation within the truck industry has been firmly established with the FM and in particular the FH range of trucks. But of course Volvo's got some unsung heroes in amongst the range, and we're going to be testing one of them. We're actually going to be road testing the Volvo Fe.
The Volvo Fe has been designed as a city and regional distribution vehicle. It can also be equipped for refuse collection and lifting applications, and has a 6-cylinder engine available from 250 to 320 horsepower.
It's no major surprise with the popularity of the FH and the FM that the Fe is following the same sort of cab styling cues. One thing you will notice also, it's got the black radiator grille. Now, you aficionados will know the fact that the silver one is reserved for the top of the range FH 750, so I don't think we're going to see many silver grills around, and certainly not many 750 horsepower 18 tonners. And if we did, we'd certainly be one of the first ones to test it.
And as with any modern truck, there's all the creature comforts you would expect, as well as oodles of clever storage space.
So first thing you notice on this vehicle, air suspended seat, really comfortable indeed, and also quite wide as well, even fits my backside in it, so it has to be wide before anybody says anything else. Looking along here, once you get, in terms of getting nice and comfortable, the seat's one thing, and then also getting the steering wheel, get it in the right position. You've got electric operated control here. It's nice for rake and for reach as well. And then last but not least, on the side here, you've actually got the controls for the automated gearbox. They're not as normal as sometimes you expect to be up here on the dashboard. Right, before we set off, let's have a quick look around the cab. First thing you notice is you get in an engine hump. And you know, you can understand that, because really and truly what we're trying to do is get the driver down as low to the ground as we are, because this is a distribution vehicle, so the driver might be in and out of the cab a lot more, so you're trying to get them down close to the floor, make it easy to get in and out. Then if we look around here, we've got the handbrake, we've got a heated seat, which is obviously very nice at this time of year, and we've got the central locking button here as well. Now, in front of me, I wouldn't say it's a semi-wrap round dash. It's more quarterly more than anything else. It's just flat with a little bit of a hump towards us. And in there, Volvo have managed to put the heating and ventilation system in, and then a bank of switches which turn off things like traction control, diff locks, things like that. And then we've got the a Bluetooth CD and radio, and then at the top here we've got the tachograph, the tacho, digital tacho as well. Nice, reasonably modern looking. It doesn't seem too over the top in terms of switches and things like that. And then one thing we also got, which is mandatory nowadays on the trucks, is we've got the Class 5 and Class 6 mirrors all round here, helping with the all-round vision, particularly in city and urban areas where this truck will live. It's the fact that looking out for cyclists and things like that, making sure an extra bit of safety for the cyclists and pedestrians. Well, we're out on the road now, and first of all, it's the 250 horsepower version. It's actually available as a 280 and a 320, and we've got a little bit of weight in the back of us, and it's pulling really well. We've got a 12-speed gearbox here, and we're just doing around about the 50 kph. Obviously, we're on a single carriageway here at the moment, and we're doing about 1100 revs, so it's just nicely, it's in the green zone. The green zone, when I look at it, goes from about 1000 revs to in around about the 1700 RPM. So obviously our aim is to ensure that we keep that, to make sure we're obviously getting the better fuel consumption which we can. Obviously FE, we used to have the FL with the Volvo in the days gone by. Now it's the FE. This is available as an 18 tonner, and also you can get it as a 26 tonner as well, obviously on 3 axles. I'm moving it around a little bit now. We're on the sort of 50 kph and 1200 revs. If we take it up a little bit faster, then we're down to around 60. We're well within the green zone. The important thing for this vehicle is, even at 56 kph, we're within 200 RPMs in the green zone, and that's exactly where we want to be. Now, when it comes to the braking system, obviously, you know, we're on engine brakes anyway. This has got a standard, if you like, engine brake that takes it on one stage, but also then it's got a second stage where it actually brings in, if I put this on now, it puts the brake, drops a gear as well. So I've gone literally from 1100 revs, it's dropped down, I've gone down to 5th gear, and I've gone down up to 1400 revs. Really well, very effective indeed. And again, saves you on the service brake. Why use a service brake when you can use an engine brake just as effectively? The other thing I've noticed, obviously, it's the Volvo's own automated gearbox, the iShift, and it's very, very responsive. Normally, you know, sometimes these automated gearboxes, you get this tendency when you're shifting down, it takes what I call a big gulp of air into it. It takes a while for it to sort itself out. This one is quite quick and quite responsive. It's showing its second, third generation iShift. The days gone by when they used to take 3 or 4 seconds has gone completely, and it's milliseconds. One thing I would say, it might be a function of the suspension, but it does tend to just slightly wallow on the suspension. You just feel that little bit, certainly on the front suspension anyway. The back's not too bad, but it just seems to wallow slightly on acute corners. You don't feel it as much on a standard corner, a normal corner, but when you're really turning around, you can feel a little bit wallowing on the front anyway. What can I say? What a great little truck. As I said right at the very beginning of this piece, to me the Volvo Fe is an unsung hero, and it certainly proved it. 250 horsepower, a nice 12-speed gearbox, in fact a wonderful 12-speed. The iShift actually makes this vehicle a lot more drivable than potentially it could be. But certainly, as far as I'm concerned, if you're looking for an 18-ton urban distribution vehicle, the Volvo Fe certainly should be on your list.
Now, as we know, one of the major problems we've got within the industry is actually getting younger truck drivers into the industry. At the moment, the average age, we've been told, of a truck driver is 45 to 60. So it's really a case of how do we get the young drivers in there and get the young people engaged in it. So what we thought we'd do is go and ask the experts themselves. Let's talk to the drivers and see what they think.
Just for young drivers to get into the industry, it's very expensive. They've got to go through the Class 2, which can cost nearly up to £2,000. Once they've passed that, they've got to get into the Class 1, which could cost another £2,000. It's just too expensive for the young drivers to get in. If they're subsidised in some way, they probably could.
Too young, 18 years of age to drive one of them. I'm a firm believer in giving anybody a chance, but they are too young. They need experience, i.e. on Class 2s like they used to be. But they are too young to be put in charge of a 44-ton Arctic. That's my view on young drivers.
Well, we struggle getting younger people into the industry because they don't want to work the hours. The only way of earning money driving a truck, really, is the majority of us we call trampers, and we go out all week. Sometimes we're not out all week, we do get a chance to go home. But the younger drivers, they don't want to be doing nights out, sleeping in a truck. This is my 41st year of doing it. So I've been doing it 41 years, and that's basically a way of life.
Yeah, I would say if they can get them in, fine. I mean, as long as they know what they're getting in for. I mean, okay, I've been about, and some of the jobs I know are the same as what they used to be, you know, but if it's a job for young people unmarried, to be honest.
Well, that's it for another episode of TruckWorld TV. Please do join us next time, and of course have a look at the website truckworldtv.co.uk for more news and information. Thanks for joining us, drive safe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks very much, bye-bye.
TruckWorld TV, sponsored by Auto Trader Trucks.